All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shadow of the Colossus. My name is Ark,
And I'm your friendly neighborhood random ninja.
and today we are taking on the second Colossi today. The first quadruped, Quadratus, aptly named, don't you think?
Yes, very unique.
Oh yeah. And after this, we start getting into probably some of the harder Colossi, or more technical.
Yeah, definitely more challenging. Not necessarily harder. The one immediately following this is definitely a little bit more challenging.
Oh, don't I know it? I did my recording today for it, and took me about 12 minutes to do it.
So you may have noticed a little bit earlier, we've gone a little off the rails with lizards, and we've collected a fair few to make these fights a little bit more bearable and less just relying on the extra grip you get from killing the Colossi. So this should go a little bit faster than it would otherwise.
Yeah, off recording, we wanted to just make sure that we had enough stat-wise to actually beat the Colossi, and full disclosure, I did look up a guide for this because I didn't really feel like searching for hours for lizards.
Oh yeah, no, the lizards are in the most ridiculous places imaginable.
I didn't really have a difficult time with Quadratus. It was just getting on him, and then just a little thing here and there where I didn't realize. Like, I climb on the side of him rather than jumping on the spines.
Yeah, Quadratus is interesting because you can climb him from so many different directions, and he's also the first Colossus you need to shine your light on to reveal his weak spots. The first guy we fought in the last video, Valis, it was on his head and it was always visible. Quadratus, if you don't shine the light on him at the beginning of the fight, the weak spot by his tailbone is not visible.
Right, and I had remembered that. I remembered you saying that from your first playthrough, because if you hadn't said that, it probably would have taken me longer to figure it out, because I wouldn't have remembered to do that.
Mm-hmm. This area down here is so gorgeous.
Right, I like the mist or like the little dust shimmer that's coming off from the sand.
Mm-hmm. And the pillars are just beautiful. You still have trouble with those controls, huh?
Well, little bit. I'm always used to the regular platforming mechanics and just the horse. I get used to it after a while, but and in the beginning of the fight, I thought it was like, let's just stay on my horse and try to hit him. Yeah, that doesn't go very well.
Yeah, this is, your sort of introduction to fighting on horseback, but when you try to do that for any extended length of time, you realize very quickly, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
It's very hard to control aggro and aim your bow and do all of that at the same time.
So I have a quick, are all the Colossi huge, or are there any like smaller ones that like are
they're
quicker?
Varying sizes.
Yes.
There are some tinier ones that aren't so bulky and they're a little bit faster. And then there are some that are just humongous.
See, and the other thing that I thought could have been interesting that they did with Quadratus, instead of here, as you can see, you can shoot underneath his hoof because there's like a crack there. I thought it would have been kind of interesting if they made him charge at you and you'd have to make him run into the pillar.
So you'll see a little bit later in my run, I try to stand near him so that he lifts his hoof to stomp, because he does have attacks if you get near enough to him. You don't have to shoot the bottom of his hoofs as he's walking.
Yeah, as you can see, I was like, okay, this is not working. Time to get close to him.
So Quadratus is an interesting Colossus in that originally his design was very different.
Oh?
The face mask, he didn't have the tusk, the face was much more evil. And the hooves were a little bit different as well. So they really took some time to redesign Quadratus between what this game was originally called, which I think was just Nyko, and what it became of Shadow of the Colossus.
See, if I had shot a little bit earlier there, I could have hit him, and I'm just awful with my aim today.
It's not easy. It is a very unique control scheme that does not lend itself well to analog sticks. That's one thing that I'm sure I'll get used to, but initially I also have a hard time with bow.
Yeah. And here I thought I actually had to climb up on the hoof, and I'm like, okay, now what?
Yep. Yeah, I also forgot that, since I haven't played it so long, but, oh, man, the fur is just so gorgeous.
Oh, it's even better on Gaius, the next Colossus that we fight. It is so good looking on him. And like I had said before, if I hadn't remembered what you had told me, I probably would have gone straight for his head.
Yep, well, because that's the last boss, right? It was,
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna hit his head.
And I actually get this sigil, like, I find it relatively quickly.
Mm-hmm. I'm noticing you're spending a lot of time crawling. That's really slowing you down, because for the most part along his back, it is very, very stable. You can just walk.
I think I don't even think I realized that I was doing it. I think it's just like an innate reaction to hold down the grab button.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing to learn if you want to speed up your times. Is just knowing when you can run, when you can jump. Like going from tailbone to spine, you don't need to really hold on at all. You can just sort of run. If you'd gone the other side, you can just sort of run and jump over for the most part.
Yeah, like right here is where I was trying to, because I think I had originally tried to jump on his spine, and for some reason it didn't work. And then I saw the fur running down his side, and it's like, oh, I got to go this way.
Mm-hmm. Which, it's nice that they give you so many alternatives.
Except this way it doesn't lead anywhere.
I think you can just sort of run up his spine. Like, if you were to get to his shoulder, you could then just run up the rest of his back.
I had tried doing that, and for some, it didn't work. Because of the skin right here, you can't climb up on top of that. Pardon my dog in the background.
Oh, that's alright.
And here...
Oh, yeah, okay. I see.
I actually got lucky because I thought I was going to fall off, but I used that little shoulder thing to replenish my grab.
And that's the thing, like that's part of what's so interesting is how many options they give you in getting around and in sort of navigating the Colossus. Where it's like you're not doomed out of anything.
Right.
So for this guy, if you're curious, the time attack, which is a mode you unlock after beating the game, is 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I looked it up. I looked up the time attack times just for fun, just to see how I'm doing in comparison to what they set as sort of the goal for it. And yeah, 4.5 minutes for this guy. And he's actually one of the only Colossi that are changed from PS2 version to this remaster.
Oh, interesting. See, I wasn't sure if I had to use the sword again to light up his head marker. Which I don't think I did, because as soon as I started walking towards his head, it showed up.
Oh, that's bad luck there. That head whip.
I did get pretty unlucky with that, but I think I figured out my strike thing, so I was able to get it in 2.
Yeah. So each of these weak spots do 25% damage, and in hard mode, or sorry, 50%, and in hard mode, there's actually a third one that gets added.
Oh yeah? We probably won't do hard mode.
I mean, I will to get the platinum. This game's fucking incredible, but probably won't show it off. Not much changes.
Yeah. So, my final time there was 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Which is okay.
Which is alright. It's a pretty long time for Quadratus. But I'm fully expecting some of the later ones to take 15, 20 minutes to figure out the mechanics of it.
Yeah. Like I said, I already recorded Gaius, and it took me like 12 minutes to down him.
Yeah.
And I
the
fell.
one after Gaius is even harder to figure out.
Yeah.
So now we're...
Yep, now we're in your footage, and I actually kept this beginning part in because I thought it was kind of funny. I was entertained by it because you actually try going to the left instead of the right, and you just run right into the wall.
Pretty sure it's right over here. Why isn't it starting? That's weird. And I go, wait, where is it? And then I have to remember the button to actually go, what? how do I focus this?
Right?
How do I do it? I'm used to the classic control screen, which I actually did end up switching to.
Oh, did
so
you?
You can see I tried to grab there. Or I ended up grabbing because R1 is the sword in the revamped control scheme, but it's circle in the classic.
Oh.
So it's just... Full disclosure, it's because I've been playing a lot of Fallout 3 and jump is on triangle. So jumping with X was... I kept hitting triangle and calling my stupid horse.
Yeah.
And no, it's not 2008. I'm getting the platinum. Don't worry about it.
In this game or in Fallout?
In Fallout. That's why I'm going back to play it. It's just getting the last bobblehead that I always missed. It is bothering me that I'm missing one trophy, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I never got into Fallout. I'm more of a fantasy player. Like, I preferred Skyrim over Fallout.
See, I'm glad I never got Skyrim on console, because I don't care about Steam achievements.
Oh.
But PlayStation trophies or Xbox achievements when I had an Xbox, I really cared about those.
Yeah.
So, like, if I would beat the story of a game and get relatively close to getting all the trophies, I'd usually get the platinum. So stuff like Ratchet and Clank, I've gotten the platinums for all of the new ones, not the remastered of the originals, but all of the new ones.
Yeah, you're actually close on your first arrow there, but it like missed just barely.
Just by a hair, yeah. I realized, I should have shot that.
Yeah.
It does take a while to find your timing, and I'm sure there are people out there who can do this, who just know intrinsically, oh, now. Here, I'm trying to get him to stomp and rear up a little bit, give me more of a window, but...
Yeah. I saw a video that got posted on YouTube. Oh yeah, he also knocks you around quite a bit here, too.
Quite a bit, yeah. I stepped right in front of his feet.
There was a guy who sped run this game, and I think it was like an hour and 20-something minutes, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong.
Was it New Game Plus or Fresh?
I think... I didn't check out the video myself because I didn't want to spoil it for me. But I just saw the length of the video itself.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see I try to jump up the side of his leg, just like you did.
Yeah.
I go, oh wait, right, fur.
The other thing that someone had commented on our first video, that apparently there was a video going around in circulation that because of all the changes, whether it be the control scheme, whether it be the graphic design, that it made this game lose its soul, which is utterly ridiculous.
So ridiculous. Mind you, I haven't watched that video, but the complaints I've heard is, oh, well, the sense of scale is gone, you know, the fog, the mysticism is gone. The fog was there for the same reason the fog's there in Superman 64 or in Turok.
Yeah,
it's there because it was a technical limitation. It's not because of, oh, this is how we want the world to look.
Yeah, we had discussed that in the first episode as well.
It's ridiculous to say, oh, a new redesigned game, keeping all the costumes and all the same designs for the Colossus, but getting rid of fog and some of the technical limitations ruins the spirit.
I don't know. I'm loving this game. Like, I'm not very good at it, but just climbing these giant things has been awesome, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it. Because like we've mentioned before, I've never played this game. I've never experienced this back in 2005 when everybody else did, and I never even played the remaster on PlayStation 3.
Even now, looking at this, it blows my mind, the sense of scale on this map, on these beasts. The sense of weight they have behind them. Yeah.
And so your final time there was, I believe it was 3 minutes and 2 seconds, so you really blew me out of the water for that one.
Yeah, wait till you see the Gaia's time.
Oh god. Yeah, that is not my crowning achievement of this playthrough.
The next one will be even worse. They're just gonna get worse from here for you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's all part of the fun, because it's just like a whole learning experience for me.
Oh, absolutely. It's finding out the strategy that works for each Colossus. Even if it takes you 15 minutes, it's, oh, that's how I do it. That moment of clarity, that moment of figuring it out.
Mm-hmm. And now we're back here in the temple. So we'll do our final thoughts. Probably after this, the videos are gonna get longer because the Colossi fights are gonna take longer. Like I said earlier, my Gaius fight took me like about 12 minutes, and we decided that we were gonna keep the unedited fights and actually keep a fall/death counter going, just to keep things interesting.
So, Quadratus as a boss, definitely a little bit more interesting, a little bit more unique than Valis. A little bit harder just climbing around him and shooting his hoof.
Yeah.
Definitely a nice introduction to having to use the bow in combat and on the horse and realizing, oh, being on the horse, not always the best.
No, it is not. Not at all. He is not very helpful.
I'm very excited for guys. I'm very excited for the next episode.
All right. So these are the final times. Mine was 5:39, and yours was 3:02. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. As we said before, my name is Ark.
I'm RandomNinja.
And we will see you all on Saturday, hopefully, when we post our Gaius video. So thank you all, and we will see you all next time.